I was born with the gift of sight. Just my luck. I got this sight from Lucifer. No pun intended. Lucifer sits in my 12th house. Now, I don't usually go over like my placements, and there's just a lot that I won't tell, And if you go looking, then you know what's up next. However, yes, there can be certain deities and entities in your chart. You can't avoid this no matter how deep in the Bible, the church you are. You were born with a team. When you came here, you were born under the energy of certain sun, moon, stars, asteroids. These are the players in your personal chart. And a lot of times we spend our lives running from those particular energies, so we never take the time to why are you here? What do you want? What can I do for you type shit. So yeah, when I went digging around in my chart and I saw that those were the lenses that I wore. And this has always been a thing for me because I think I've even explained to you guys before that I can see energies on people. It doesn't matter who it is. And sometimes the energies coexist and sometimes they separate themselves. I've seen people split and come back and have conversation with me, and they did not know that I was dealing with, their second energy. This is not something that I can readily control, but it is easier. If y'all ever watch Mayfair Wishes, Myra, I was like resonating with her so hard because she be wearing headphones so she don't have to engage and hear people's thoughts and shit, like their feelings and the voices, right? So she wears the headphones on the show. And like when I was in hair school, I used to do the same shit. And I remember my teacher was telling me, she was like, girl, you can't do nobody hair with headphones on, because I would wear my headphones like I don't like a whole bunch coming at me at one time. And I like to be able to, decipher and discern, and that's hard to do when you feel and hear everything so heavily, right? But yeah, I was bored. That's the very first thing. And when you have that gift, a lot of times people will think that your intentions are bad just because they assume that, you can see, like, for instance, I had this warlock, and, like I said, people be knowing your gifts before you know your gifts. So he would do things like try to get me to go to the casino to roll the machine, or, like, try to, like, when he'll get mad, he'll be like, you definitely fucking know, like, see things. There were experiences that were had, I will never forget. We were deep in Florida, and, I had tried to connect with this young lady because my whole ideal at the time was like promotion and getting in certain rooms, and we weren't from there. So as luck would have it, I'm sitting having a drink and I meet this girl or this lady, and she comes up. She cool, but you could tell, she's kind of, having fun. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe she could get us in some spaces and places to do some things. You know what I'm saying? I need to be in the right rooms, you feel me? So this is what I'm making the connection for. I'm making a connection for that. No other fucking reason now. And what happens is the warlock is off, doing his thing. Because, the separation has to happen. Like, can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, can't hustle around me because that's not the type of hustling he was really doing. He was really doing some other shit. So, anyway, more on that later. But anyway, so we hook up with the girl, and, like, we, you know what I'm saying? We on Ocean or whatever. And we trying to, go to where we're going, like, because if like, sometimes, the club scene in Miami, like, they could be kind of stuck up, they could be real funny acting. Not to say I ain't never been in VIP in Miami, because I have, and I've been in several places, but you know how they could be. So when you know somebody, she claims she was a local, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, so when the Warlocks gets involved, right, we are literally on the beach, like, we done went to clubs, we done on the street, we done got drunk, we done had fun, you know what I'm saying? But, my mind is still on the hustle. So, and so is the Warlocks, but he has a different hustle in mind. He has a different hustle in mind. Our thought processes were totally different. Like, it was always off with that energy because it's just certain shit I'm not finna do. I'm not finna go but so far. And that's me keeping it all the way 100, like, about, like, type person I am. Like, I'm not saying I have my limits, okay? I have my fucking limits. This person don't got no limits. So, anyway, and that's neither here nor there. I'm just telling you about a situation, right? So, anyways, so we on the fucking beach, and the girl, like, she out her mind, and I'm like, damn, this is a fail, because this whole, she drunk, this is a fail. She can give me no connections in her current state, so I'm kind of over it, but, he's still trying, and it was so many instances where energetically, like, he, like, let it be known that he didn't mind basically selling himself for the right price. For the right price, for the right experience, for the right price, yes, I can be brought, and I saw that, in real time. So anyway, he tells me to walk out to the beach with the young lady. And we walk out to the beach, and, we was all sitting on the beach. He tells us to walk closer to the ocean. It's like at night, right? We on the Miami Beach. And the girl, we get to the, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, unbeknownst to me, this is going through her purse, like, trying to do some little file to the left of her sheet, which I'm totally fucking against. Like, I'm pissed the fuck off that this is even happening. But her having a conversation, you know what I'm saying? She goes, yeah, so he's up there trying to steal. It's like some, like, came over her, like a different personality. It wasn't her because she was drunk as fuck. Let me tell you, she was very, very drunk. But she sobered up. She sobered up, like, for like 2-3 minutes. Like, it was like something else came, a whole nother energy came to speak, and basically on some shit like, yeah, like, he don't think I know what he doing. I know what he doing, and yeah, you don't want to be a part of that. You don't want to know. She was like, cause what the fuck, Like, this is bad energy. So I'm looking like, And then she popped back in. She walks back in. And it's her whole, drunk self, like how she was before that interaction with that spirit. And I was like, bitch, I'm not fucking with it. Like, when I get a good feeling deep within my soul, like, to the point where I'm willing to just defy every fucking thing, fuck the friendship, the relationship, like, bitch, no, I'm not going. Like, just know Spirit has given me some intense type of download. And, like, somebody has come to visit me in the 3D. And so, yeah, I was on some shit like, nah. So I was like, So it was a big ass blow. I mean, it was a humongous fight about that shit. But at the end of the day, like, 10 toes down, like, he would tell you, like, if you was to ever come to contact, there's one thing he gonna tell you about me. Like, when I want to do some shit, when I ain't fucking with it, I'm gonna stand 10 toes fucking down. Like, no. Like, we can box it out because I'm not going. Like, type shit. So, but yeah, that's just the interactions. Like, that was just one occurrence, but, like, it was other little, like, things. Like, I can touch and get a sense. I can definitely touch and get a sense. I have to watch I don't like to be touched on, like for people to put their hands on me for real, and people be thinking stuff like a ick, but it's really because sometimes when I touch people, like I see things, I feel things, and know, and I'm also very wise to energy transference. Do not play. But yeah, the seeing of the spirits thing, and I wanted to talk about it because I was gonna talk about it the other day. Then I was like, hell this shit, but yo, it's a little try talk. Random moments. Random moments. Like, I promise you, my spirit team be like, fuck no. Like, they will intervene hardcore. Like, let me tap in. Let me possess to the point. Let me possess and talk to you right quick. Like, wait. So I don't know if anybody else is having those types of experiences out here in these streets, but yeah, and that's like not even the first time. That's just one like little rando story I could think of where I interacted with another spirit, like a spirit I knew wasn't that person. Yes. Oh, that should be crazy as fuck. I be like, oh God. So it's another character on another show. I totally get him. Damn, I can't even think of the show right now. It's a superhero show, but it's on Netflix. Damn. I can't think of the show right now. Gosh, I hope I could come back to it. But yeah, they like a family of misfit ass superheroes or whatever. And one of the guys, he's not Klaus. No, it's not that show. He can see like dead people, like they make it where he can see their spirits and shit like that, and he can't die, I think, or something. The brother can't die. He's one of them. They're not really like blood related. They were adopted into this family, and so the dude that adopted them raised them based on their like special abilities. Umbrella Academy, that's what it is. I knew it would come to me. Anyway, the brother we have like he got the bad addiction problem. Minus that part, but like the idea that how he can see and that shit is so irritating. And of course, you never know what you're gonna get. You never know, But perks of being an eighth houser, I suppose. Who knows? Perks of being an eighth houser. But yeah, you've experienced something to the tune of that, hit my line. Get in my comments, let me know, because whoa. Whoa. Get in my comments, let me know. And another big part of having that gift is, like, that seer shit is, like, responsibility. Like, I feel like people who have, like, heavy Saturn placements, like, responsibility like a motherfucker, because you hold your held to a higher standard, a higher regard. Like, people be like, okay, why I gotta be one of God's strongest soldiers? Why do it like, woe is me for having heavy, like, Saturn placements, not being, like, more Jupiter where you could get away with a little bit more shit per the universe, right? Per mother, per everybody, the elders. Now, with that being said, it's just like, to me, Saturn is just like a higher standard. When you think of Saturn, what is that? Saturn is like one of the Titans. Saturn is one of the oldie, you know what I'm saying? Beyond the Olympians, he's a Titan. He's the dad. Like, he's harvest. He's work. He's patience. He's connected to Pluto and Hades. Like, think about it. And Hades is wealth. Hades is power, royalty. There are many, like, faces that energy can wear. And I also feel like that's where a lot of people get tripped up at. But finding that particular balance, that is an art within itself. I ain't even gonna hold you. Finding that balance, because if you don't find a balance, it's like you lean to one side or the other, like, very much to the extreme. You're either diabolical, like the warlock who felt like he was exploiting someone and, could get away with it, or you, like, lean to being openly and empathetic and vulnerable to bullshit, because people think they can fucking play with you. Energies think they can come through and test your ass. So, It's a cute little science project. That's why it's very, very important to keep your eyes on your own plate and be aware of the seed fillers, of the characters that come up, the things that come up in your life where people are trying to like distract you and stop you or tell you who you are, or just being too much and doing too much. Like I said, one extreme to the other is usually that. People have a very hard time bouncing in between because they either have an enormous surge of power, greed, and, just whatever, or again, they just succumb to it. They be like, ugh. Do too much. I'm here to tell you finding that happy medium is what the recipe is for me personally for this year. Finding that happy medium and being okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Being okay with that shit. Boundaries. Boundaries. Self-preservation is motherfucking key. You will get no points for being a martyr this season. No. But yeah. That's just warlock tales. Should I call them that? Should I call them warlock tales? Nah. I ain't gonna call them that. But yeah, make no mistake, I was never with the shits. That's why, honestly, we just couldn't get along. Like, when for real talk, he took me to the casino, and for real, I'm thinking, when I go to the casino, I don't gamble. Let's start there. Child, I don't gamble. Virgo is in my second house. Check it or respect. She's respected to check it, bitch. You fucking Virgos in my second house. I don't play like that. And I have a Capricorn moon. I don't play like that. No shade to the ones who do. I just don't. Okay, thanks. But yeah, So when he took me to the casino, when I do go, I know, because I used to work in the casino. I used to be a cocktail waitress. So I know that the money good and the food good and the drinks be good. So I'm like, okay, we'll chill or whatever. I ain't trying to fuck you though, but that ain't my thing. But I'll drink. I'll sit around. I'll eat a little food because it be good. When this motherfucker walked me up to the damn machine and was like, touch the machine, rule the machine, I looked. He said, just touch the machine. I looked. There were several times I knew he could see me. There were several times, there'll be other stories. Like I said, there were several times I knew he knew. He knew he had tactics, he had ways. But anyway, it's how gonna tell me to touch the damn machine and try to make, No, do not do that to me. If you see that on me, don't play with me like that. Because I'm not going. Because first and foremost, that's not in my nature to even fuck with no shit like that. I don't I'm going to bet on myself, I want you to bet on yourself. Period. So that's how we gonna work that gambling team, but not me coming talking about woo touching the damn machine. I got a couple tricks I could try, but that was weird. I was like, then you weren't even gonna ask me. You waited till we got to the casino and then try to play with me like that. Oh, I'm gonna split your gift. No, you will not, warlock. The fuck. I said, So, yeah, that irritated it. So, it did not want me to go to the casino with it anymore. Even though I was like, shit, I can fuck what you do, but I just don't want to do it. Influencing that fucking group thing, that crowd thing, trying to get a motherfucker to do something. That, again, oil and water, baby, unfortunately. Sad to say, but oil and fucking water. And when you get over your hero complex, your savior complex, you feeling like you lost out complex, etc. above, depression, whatever it is. When you get over that complex, that need, codependent, you be like, that's ugly. That's ugly. That energy is very, 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 very ugly. Very ugly, because I do be about accountability. 143 on the time stamp. I fucks with accountability now. Sometimes I do it for the plot. Some stuff I did because I didn't know no better. Shit. Some shit I did out of survival mode. And I'm all of those things. Fuck it. Some niggas I was bad. Like, I'm all of those things. I'm all those things wrapped into one. And I refuse to wrestle with that moving forward. I refuse to wrestle with all of those parts. I'd rather just work it out and balance it out. But anyway, that's my little TED talk for the day. I'm not with the foolishness. I'm with the finesse. I'm just not with the foolishness. I'm not with the foolishness. And please, let's finesse. And I used to be on some shit like, let's finesse in the right direction. Like, bitch, no. Like, I'm not finna play retro relate with my motherfucking life, you fool. Tell them motherfucker, hey, that stove hot, and they don't believe it's hot, or they think you just leading them in the wrong direction, or you think you know it all. Ooh, no, get that type of energy the fuck away from me. Because I am truly, without a shadow of a doubt, like, partial when it comes to certain shit. Like, never bigger than the program, I learned that quickly. But the foolishness, the self-sacrifice, those dummy missions, oh, no, I'm not with that. And when Spirit tell me, no, absolutely motherfucking not. Like, you are out of your league with this. I listen. I stand down. I stand all the way the fuck down immediately, and I get mad when whatever that energy is be like trying to push me to do some shit. Like, cause I be feeling like you're very much oppy in this moment, and I don't like that. I don't like that energy. Cause you trying to get me to do some stupid shit. You trying to get me to do some shit will hem me up. What? No, thank you. But yeah, where's the love? It don't live here anymore. But yeah, if you need things like cord cuttings, you need intention readings, if you need things, if you want to know who, what, when, where, why, click the link in my bio. I do have openings for readings, and yes, I got you. I'll be back with the almanac a little later, guys. Love you, mean it. Thanks. Bye.